Hello, I'm Sophie welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another speed paint for another project update. This time it is for my sci-fi project star. Maybe a month or month and a half ago, I finished revising the Zero draft. I finished rereading that funky little guy, and I thought I'd do another sort of project update video because I tend to do little update videos when I'm done revising. So I thought I'd add to the list. So there's two drawings in this video. One is some world building that I worked on. It's to I wanted to design the spacesuit that my characters are wearing throughout the story, because they're not anywhere near Earth, doing universal travel, like literally jumping through wormholes and like traveling around, so they need something that is versatile and that can work no matter where they end up. So I designed this little spacesuit, and then I put one of my main characters in it. My other main character, Anastasia, her staple is her white cloak, or I guess you can call it a cape too, but I call it a cloak. So I put her in that. But then Elijah is more of your standard, like, blue collar ship worker, so I put him in the spacesuit. He looks very funky, very fresh, love it, and I ended up making like a corny movie poster, so have fun with that. Anyways, I don't have many takeaways from this story, but first and foremost, if I put my mind to it, I can actually semi-pants a story. If you weren't here for the creation of the story, which was forever ago, so I don't blame you, I didn't actually plot this story out. I had a main arc of what I wanted the whole story to go on, but I didn't have particulars, and I just kept writing, and as I wrote, I plotted, wrote. Like, if I had to plot something out, I would. If not, I'd just keep writing. And this story turned out amazing. I don't know if it's because it was my fourth story that I worked on, so I was much better at figuring out plot or not, but of my Zero drafts right now, this one like needs the least amount of plot help, which is very nice. I feel like it stays pretty engaging. I do need to change a little bit of the conflict in there and like motivation for action with the conflict. What's new with me though, I guess. But the way the stuff plays out works really well. I'm of course going to be adding some things to add to the dramatics, why not? And there's also a scene in here that I'm probably going to move to later in the trilogy. Yes, it's a trilogy with Project What. They're in the same universe and they meet up, but we don't have to talk about that. Anyways, another takeaway that I had was how much I love these characters and how they interact with each other. Anastasia is very cool, calm, and collected, very professional, and Elijah is the absolute opposite. He is chaotic, he is sporadic, he is spontaneous, all those words, and he kind of brings Anastasia more out of her shell because he doesn't really listen. Anastasia doesn't have a choice but to go along with it to get the job done because it's just them two trying to not die. It's great. And that's going to be one of my favorite things to start writing again. Just seeing how both of them react to certain scenes and how it makes the scene evolve. It's so much fun. And then my last sort of takeaway for this is world building. I do have to do a bit more. It's not like crazy detailed. At least for the first book, I do have like a folklore-y thing to do, some culture stuff that has to be fleshed out. And there's a few like planets with cultures that I need to figure out, but that's like for later in the series, so I don't really have to worry about that. But if I refer to my year-long plan, I should be starting draft 1 very soon. Don't know if I'll be able to, and I'll just have to move that, but It's supposed to be started next month, actually, which is kind of crazy. So I'll probably have to move that. But I do want to start and finish draft 1 this year because I haven't written that story in forever and I miss it so much. That being said, I'm also drafting Project Glass and Project What, though Project What should be done this month. So we'll just have to see what happens, but that is the goal, to have Project Star Draft 1 complete by the end of 2022. Anyways, that is basically it. I am very excited to start working on this project again. I forgot how fun it is to just be completely immersed in a fake world. With like aliens and space guns and all that fun sci-fi stuff. So it's gonna be very fun to get back into writing that and like being able to be like completely in that world again. Anyways, how are your projects doing? I know it is camp right now. How's camp? Hopefully it's going good. And have you ever designed like a spacesuit or like a functional item of clothing before that has to serve a purpose while also being convenient to wear? I want to do this more, maybe with like heisty fantasy things and stuff, not just a spacesuit. But it was very fun to figure out how to make it logical but also look cool. Hopefully it is logical. I have no idea. I'm hoping. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.